On December 8th, 2017, the game known as Hello Neighbor was released after multiple alphas. The game was not received very well by people above the age of 9. Despite having promising initial alphas, Hello Neighbor ended up being a buggy mess that became the laughingstock of mascot horror until Garten of Banban came out. Now, I'd love to talk about the game Hello Neighbor, but it costs money, and I'm definitely not spending money on Hello Neighbor because I need to save it for actually good stuff, like a ticket for Despicable Me 4. Thankfully, or maybe not thankfully, we'll see how this goes, there's a Hello Neighbor cartoon on YouTube for free, so I thought I'd watch all the episodes and talk about them because I have nothing better to do. Also, I thought it'd be funny. I don't know how to write intros, so let's just start. Hello Neighbor, goodbye, I'll see you later. Now, since I'm a real Hello Neighbor fan, I thought I'd start off with a pilot episode instead of episode 1. The episode of the actual show lasts like 11 minutes, but the pilot lasts 22 minutes, a fact that was deemed important enough to put in the title. The pilot to what some might call the best show of all time starts off with a grammatical error by the main character, Nikki.
Acting very suspicious after his children, Aaron and Maya, gone missing.
Now, it turns out that he's been spying on Mr. Peterson, aka Hello Neighbor, and it seems like he's been doing things that are kinda mysterious. Now, Nikki thinks that Mr. Peterson kidnapped his own children, which is a wild accusation, so now he his friends, which are Trinity, Glasses Punk, and the other one, break into Mr. Peterson's house, which is a reference to the game Hello Neighbor. They gather clues or whatever, but then the Hello Neighbor comes back from whatever he was doing. Now, Mr. Nicky and the other one have to hide, because then if they don't, Mr. Peterson is gonna catch him. But then, Hello Neighbor, he takes something out of its car, and it's a body. Oh, no, wait, no, never mind, it's just Poppy playtime. So the gang chases Mr. Peterson to Six Flags Astro World, and then they spy on him while he, buries a doll or something. But then, Mr. Peterson sees them, and there's a chase like in the game Hello Neighbor, but then the kids steal this emerald thing from him. Then there's a cut to the next day, and Nikki has gone missing! Oh my gosh, did he get kidnapped by Mr. Peterson? Is he in the basement from the Hello Neighbor game? I just can't wait to find out! So one thing that I noticed about this pilot is that it's not funny at all. And like I said in my video games movie video, I know about comedy. And it's not like it wasn't trying to be funny. There were a lot of jokes, but they all fell flatter than Flat Stanley. The animation is fine, and so are the character designs. I like Glasses Punk, even if I have no idea what his name is. Mr. Peterson is barely in this, which is a shame because he's the Hello Neighbor, and this is the Hello Neighbor show. I like how at the end, Mr. Peterson's house is more protection, meaning that this pilot did a better job of fulfilling the game's promise of the neighbor making his house harder to break into every time you fail, better than the actual game. Even though I was unimpressed with the pilot, I can't lie and say that I'm not slightly intrigued. I'm sorry, but I just need to know what Hello Neighbor is plotting. The pilot was okay, I didn't hate it, but I didn't really like it. Hopefully the show is better, but something tells me it's not going to be.
How is this my neighbor? How is this guy my neighbor?
Okay, now it's time to talk about the actual show. Episode 1 of the Hello Neighbor show starts with Nikki and Hello Neighbors, but then Nikki gets caught. Oh no, what's Mr. Peterson gonna do? Anyways, then we go to Trinity, the actual main character of the show, which is good because she's the only character aside from Nikki whose name I remember. Trinity is moving to Hello Neighborville or whatever this place is called, and on her first day of school meets Nikki and the gang. That's right, Glasses Punk and the other one are back. I'm so excited. There's some changes though, because now the other one wears a backwards cap, which is how you know that she's cool. Also, there's a new kid. I don't know him. I'll just call him Glasses Punk 2. He's lame and barely shows up. Then Nikki and Trinity go to Mr. Peterson's house, and they have to avoid him, just like in the game Hello Neighbor. It's almost as if this is a Hello Neighbor show, but then they find out that Mr. Peterson has pictures of them. What the heck is going on? But oh no, Mr. Peterson finds them, so they run away, and then this happens.
Hello, neighbor?
Now, thankfully, Mr. Peterson doesn't go past his property line, so the kids are okay at the end. The animation is slightly better than the pilot, but I like the character designs in the pilot more. Again, Mr. Peterson is barely in this. Most of the episode just takes place in Hello Neighbor School, and I could not care less. I want more Hello Neighbor. Glasses Punk likes Trinity now. Okay. Much like the pilot, episode 1 is not funny. None of the jokes were good. Speaking of the pilot, a lot of things were changed. Characters with different voice actors now, Poppy playtime is gone, the emerald thing has been replaced by coins, and Mr. Peterson seems a lot more despicable than in the show than in the pilot, which I'll talk about later. Honestly, I'd say this episode is on par with the pilot. For everything it does better, like having a break-in scene with the neighbor actually in the house, it does one thing worse, like Hello Neighbor School. Also, Glasses Punk is barely in this one. I can't believe I'm seriously reviewing the Hello Neighbor show.
He's a complete stranger, again is what I wager.
Episode 2 starts off with a spooky, scary Freddy Fazbear nightmare that Trinity has about Mr. Peterson, but then she wakes up and goes to Hello Neighbor School. I'm so glad this place is coming back. Then she eats lunch with Mr. Nicky, who wants to break into Mr. Peterson's house again, but Trinity doesn't want to because she was a bit of a troublemaker back in the day, but she wants to move on from that. Also, there's reference to the game Happy Humble Burger Farm. Dan TDM played that game. And Trinity goes home, and the principal from the Hello Neighbor School is there. And the principal reveals that Hello Neighbor family died in a car crash. RIP. So then Trinity changes her mind about not following Mr. Peterson, so she follows him to a Home Depot where he buys the classic Hello Neighbor bear traps from the game Hello Neighbor and picks up a coin. This episode is the worst out of the 3. There isn't a Hello Neighbor break-in, Glasses Punk 2 is annoying, and they say cringe. I'd try to find where they said it just to show you, but I'm not rewatching the episode to hear someone say cringe. Oh, and of course, it's still not funny. So far, this show has been pretty mid, as the kids say nowadays. I don't care about the characters except, Glasses Punk, or story at all. At least the pilot had somewhat intriguing elements like the Poppy Playtime doll or the emerald. All this show has in terms of mystery is Mr. Peterson collecting coins and if he's evil or not. I sure do wonder if the main antagonist from the game Hello Neighbor is evil in the Hello Neighbor show. I guess we have to keep watching to find out.
I'm not one for get-togethers, and I don't like social calls.
Episode 3 is a flashback episode where the kids talk about what happened when they followed Mr. Peterson. Awesome. So the other one tells a flashback where Mr. Peterson breaks knees and picks up V-Bucks or something. The important takeaway from this part is that the other one says this.
Picked up the shiny thing, some kind of coin, looked around all sus.
Would you be surprised if I told you this was my least favorite episode? So then there's a flashback of Trinity, and then she follows Hello Neighbor to a graveyard where he digs up a body. And then he almost kills a cop, and then there's Glasses Punk's flashback, which is the best part of the episode, because Glasses Punk. In the flashback, Mr. Peterson beats up a guy. Awesome! Then there's a Nicky flashback, and TLDR, Hello Neighbor blows up the principal's office. This episode is the worst one yet, because the other one says sus and epic dumb, and that made me question my life choices. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I'm pretty disappointed by the Hello Neighbor show so far. I went into expecting to laugh at it because I find Hello Neighbor ironically funny, but no, I can't rip into this show because it's not bad, but I can't praise it because it's not good. I feel nothing watching this show except the occasional regret because again, sus and epic dumb. The only slightly enjoyable part was the one with Glasses Punk, and even then it wasn't anything special. Let's hope that episode 4 is actually good.
Just imagining me making friends makes my skin begin to crawl.
In episode 4 of the Hello Neighbor show, the kids spy on Hello Neighbor because he's boarding up his house. Then Glasses Punk 2 leaves because he doesn't want to spy on Mr. Peterson, and then Mr. Peterson does exercise, and they show a Hello Neighbor bear trap, and then Nicky tries to go into the basement, but Hello Neighbor finds him, and Nicky gets taken to the basement. Can you tell this episode is the shortest one? I mean, it's the best one so far. I actually kind of laughed at one point, but it's still a 7 out of 10. I honestly don't have anything else to say about this episode. It's pretty much just the kids spying on a Hello Neighbor and being unfunny for 9 minutes.
Neighbor gonna find me, neighbor gonna kill me, neighbor gonna tie me, neighbor gonna grill me.
Episode 5, I'm almost done with this. In episode 5, Trinity and the Glasses Punk call the police on Hello Neighbor, but instead of arresting him, they just take a bag of coins from his house because bribery or something. Anyways, then Trinity throws a rock at Mr. Peterson's house. Later, Mr. Peterson visits Trinity's house and gives her family goggle cookies because Nicky has goggles and Nicky he got kidnapped by Hello Neighbor. While Hello Neighbor is away, Glasses Punk breaks into his house and finds out that Nikocado Avocado is alive! Also, it's revealed that Hello Neighbor's first name is Theo. Okay, what is it with mascot horror franchises and revealing the names of their main villain and spin-offs? Then Mr. Peterson goes back home and chases Glasses Punk, but he escapes. The end. This episode is the best one yet. 7.5 out of 10. Glasses Punk got more screen time, which is cool. The other one and Glasses Punk 2 are barely in it, and Hello Neighbor does Hello Neighbor things. This episode confirms that Mr. Peterson isn't just a misunderstood weirdo like in the pilot, unless, you count time he did kidnapping last episode. He's pretty despicable in this one, and I like that he gets more than 1 minute of screen time. It's still not funny, but I don't care because there's only one more episode left. Finale to the Hello Neighbor show, the gang breaks into Hello Neighbor's house and find out that the basement has been super locked. Then Mr. Peterson catches them and locks them in the basement. Oh no! So anyways, then they find Nikki, who's gone kind of insane. So then Glasses Punk and the other one reveal an exit, and they go through that exit and leave the basement. But oh no, leaving the house itself is going to be a challenge because Mr. Peterson, the Hello Neighbor himself, is roaming around. Then Hello Neighbor finds them, so they go on a roller coaster, and the kids think that they're safe because they're back home. And as established earlier in the show, Mr. Peterson does not go past his property line. But oh no, then he does, and then he gets arrested. Cool. Then the bird from Hello Neighbor 2 shows up, and it's really spooky. The end. I really don't have much to say. This one is slightly worse than the last episode, and it's still not funny. The bird was kind of cool, I guess, and I liked the roller coaster, but when the episode ended, I felt nothing. I wasn't sad, I wasn't happy. All I could think was, wow, that sure was a way to spend 1 hour and a half. So that was a Hello Neighbor show. I went into it expecting it to be awful, but thinking I'd enjoy it anyways, because as I said earlier, I find Hello Neighbor ironically funny. But no, it's not bad, it's not good, it's just fine. If I were to improve the show, then I would A, make it funny, and 2, make the mystery better. I know humor is subjective, and maybe I'm not smart enough to understand the comedy in Hello Neighbor Welcome to Ravenbrooks, but they also say epic dumb, so maybe the comedy just sucks. And the mystery of Mr. Peterson being evil is dumb. In the first episode, we see him trying to kidnap a child. I think he's kind of evil, guys. In the pilot, it was like, is he really evil, or is he not? Because, there was, he had not a dead body, but like a Poppy Playtime doll, and he was chasing the kids because he's like, oh guys, you don't know what you just did or whatever. So is he really evil, or I don't know. I don't know if you could tell, but I did that part without the script. Yeah, back on script really quick. It's weird that out of all the mascot horror franchises to get a show, it's Hello Neighbor. The main villains of these games are pretty much just cartoon characters. Mr. Peterson is just a guy. Okay, I guess FNAF had the Freddy and Friends shorts, but that doesn't count because they were like 4 minutes long and made to advertise Security Breach. Apparently the show's getting a season 2. Will I watch it? Well, if this video does well, then probably, and if it doesn't, I'll probably just get bored and watch it anyways. Hope you enjoyed this episode of me looking at stuff that is dumb. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to go convince Tiny Build to have more Glasses Punk screen time in season 2. Bye, I guess.